Good morning and happy Friday. So we are going to do our mole and baby bird. We will be doing our test on that. Sorry, I'm getting an echo. Hold on. All right, there we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. There we go. So we'll do our test on mole and baby bird today. I'll review our skills before we start. We have our anthology book really quick to read, and then I'll do another Scholastic News today for reading since you guys aren't really doing much reading other than kind of taking the test on your skills. Okay, so this week we have read and listened to stories about looking at things in a different way. Today you're going to listen to find out what happens to a girl who only likes certain foods. Okay, what I want you to be thinking about is what do Francis's mother and father start doing at mealtime? Okay, and then why do you think Francis starts to change her mind in the end or to do something different? So I want you to think about that as I'm reading the story. It's a pretty long one, so bear with me. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do today is you are going to get a writing prompt today that talks about how have you had to do something that, or what have you had to do where you've had to think differently. So in the packet that I sent home with you, or that your parents picked up for me, I put your writing books in there. So now you guys can continue in your writing books in there. And I'll give that prompt on the email for your parents, but I'd like to see that. I'll share mine on the email so your parents can share that with you as well. Okay? So our story today is called Bread and Jam. So remember, how does she think differently in the end? Okay? It says, it was breakfast time, and everyone was at the table. Father was eating his egg. Mother was eating her egg. Gloria was sitting in a high chair and eating her egg, too. Francis was eating bread and jam. What a lovely egg, said Father. If there is one thing I am fond of for breakfast, it is a soft boiled egg. Yes, said Mother, spooning up egg for the baby. It is just the thing to start the day off right. Ah, said Gloria, and ate up her egg. Frances did not eat her egg. She sang a little song to it. She sang the song very softly. I do not like the way you slide. I do not like you soft inside. I do not like you lots of ways, and I could do for many days without eggs. What did you say, Frances? Asked Father. Nothing, said Frances, spreading jam on another slice of bread. Why do you keep eating bread and jam? Asked Father, when you have a lovely soft-boiled egg. One of the reasons I like bread and jam, said Frances, is that it doesn't slide off your spoon in a funny way. Well, of course, said Father. Not everyone is fond of soft-boiled eggs for breakfast, but there are other kinds of eggs. There are sunny-side up and sunny-side down eggs. Yes, said Frances, but sunny-side eggs lie on the plate and look up at you in a funny way. And sunny-side down eggs just lie on their stomachs and wait. What about scrambled eggs, said Father. Scrambled eggs fall off the fork and roll under the table, said Frances. I think it is time for you to go to school now, said Mother. Frances picked up her books, her lunchbox, and her skipping rope. Then she kissed her mother and father goodbye and went to the bus stop. While she waited for the bus, she skipped and sang. Jam on biscuits, jam on toast. Jam is the thing that I like most. Jam is sticky, jam is sweet. Jam is tasty, jam's a treat. Raspberry, strawberry, gooseberry, I'm very fond of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked breaded veal cutlets with string beans and baked potatoes. Ah, said Father, what is there handsomer on a plate and tastier to eat than breaded veal cutlet? It is a nice dish, isn't it? Said Mother. Eat up the string bean, Gloria. Oh, said Gloria, and ate it up. She had already eaten her dinner and strained beef and sweet potatoes, but she liked to practice with a string bean when she could. Where did breaded veal cutlets come from? Asked Frances. And why are French cut stringless beans called string beans? We can talk about that another time, said Father. Now it's time to eat our dinner. Frances looked at her plate and sang. What do cutlets wear before they're breaded? Flannel nightgowns, cowboy boots, furry jackets, sailor suits. Then she spread jam on a slice of bread and took a bite. She won't try anything new, said Mother and Father. She just eats bread and jam. How do you know what you'll like if you won't even try anything, said Father. Well, said Frances, there are many different things to eat, and they taste many different ways. But when I have bread and jam, I always know what I am getting, and I am always pleased. You try new things in your school lunches, said Mother. Today I gave you a chicken salad sandwich. There now, said Father to Frances. Wasn't it good? Well, said Frances, I traded it to Albert. For what? Said Father. Bread and jam, said Frances. The next morning at breakfast, Father sat down and said, Now I call that a pretty sight. Fresh orange juice and a poached egg on toast. There's a proper breakfast for you. Thank you for saying so, said Mother. Poached eggs on toast do have a cheery look, I think. Frances began to sing a poached egg song. Poached eggs on toast, why do you shiver with such a funny little quiver? Then she looked down and saw that she did not have a poached egg. I have no poached egg, said Frances. I have nothing but orange juice. I know, said Mother. Why is that? Said Frances. Everybody else has a poached egg. Even Gloria has a poached egg, and she is nothing but a baby. But you don't like eggs, said Mother, and that is why I did not poach one for you. Have some bread and jam if you are hungry. So Frances ate bread and jam and went to school. When the bell rang for lunch, Frances sat down next to her friend Albert. What do you have today? Said Frances. I have a cream cheese, cucumber, and tomato sandwich on rye bread, said Albert, and a pickle to go with it, and a hard-boiled egg and a little cardboard shaker of salt to go with that, and a thermos bottle of milk, and a bunch of grapes and a tangerine, and a cup custard and a spoon to eat it with. What do you have? Frances opened her lunch. Bread and jam, she said, and milk. You're lucky, said Albert. That's just what you like. You don't have to trade now. That's right, said Frances, and I had bread and jam for dinner last night and for breakfast this morning. You certainly are lucky, said Albert. Yes, said Frances, I'm a very lucky girl, I guess. But I'll trade you if you want to. That's all right, said Albert. I like cream cheese with cucumber and tomato on rye. Albert took his 2 napkins from his lunchbox. He tucked one napkin under his chin. He spread the other one out on his desk like a tablecloth. He arranged his lunch neatly on the napkins. With his spoon, he cracked the shell of the hard-boiled egg. He peeled away the shell and bit off the end of the egg. He sprinkled salt on the yolk and set the egg down again. He unscrewed his thermos bottle cup full of milk. Then he was ready to eat his lunch. He took a bite of sandwich, a bit of pickle, a bite of hard-boiled egg, and a drink of milk. Then he sprinkled more salt on the egg and went around again. Albert made the sandwich, the pickle, the egg, and the milk come out even. He ate his bunches of grapes and his tangerine. Then he cleared away the crumpled-up wax paper, the eggshell, and the tangerine peel. He set the cup custard in the middle of the napkin on his desk. He took up his spoon and ate up all the custard. Then Albert folded his napkin and put them away. He put away his cardboard salt shaker and his spoon. He screwed the cup on top of his thermos bottle. He shut his lunchbox, put it back inside his desk, and sighed. I like to have a good lunch, said Albert. Frances ate her bread and jam and drank her milk. Then she went out to the playground and skipped rope. She did not skip as fast as she had skipped in the morning, and she sang, Jam in the morning, jam at noon, bread and jam by the light of the moon. Jam is very nice. When Frances got home from school, Mother said, I know you like to have a little snack when you get home from school, and I have one all ready for you. I do like snacks, said Frances, running to the kitchen. Here it is, said Mother, a glass of milk and some nice bread and jam for you. Aren't you worried that maybe I will get sick and all my teeth will fall out from eating so much bread and jam? Asked Frances. I don't think that will happen for quite a while, said Mother. So eat it all up and enjoy it. Frances ate most of her bread and jam, but she did not eat all of it. After her snack, she went outside to skip rope. Frances skipped a little more slowly than she had skipped at noon, and she sang, Jam for snacks and jam for meals. I know how a jam jar feels, full of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked spaghetti and meatballs with tomato sauce. I am glad to see there will be enough for second helping, said Father, because spaghetti and meatballs is one of my favorite dishes. Spaghetti and meatballs is one of is a favorite for everybody, said Mother. Try a little spaghetti, Gloria. Said Gloria and tried the spaghetti. Frances looked down at her plate and saw that there was no spaghetti and meatballs on it. There was a slice of bread and a jar of jam. Frances began to cry. So in the beginning, I asked you to think about what started happening at meal times. And what started happening? Her parents just started giving her bread and jam for every meal, for snacks, for everything. And then in the end, it kind of made Frances get sad and she started to cry. So let's see what happens. It says, "My goodness," said Mother. "Frances is crying." "What is the matter?" said Father. Frances looked down at her plate and sang a little sad song. She sang so softly that Mother and Father could scarcely hear her. "What I am is tired of jam." "I want spaghetti and meatballs," said Frances. "May I have some, please?" I had no idea you liked spaghetti and meatballs," said Mother. "How do you know what I like if you won't even give me a chance to try it?" asked Frances, wiping her eyes. So Mother gave Frances spaghetti and meatballs, and she ate it all up. The next day when the bell rang for lunch, Albert said, "What do you have today?" "Well," said Frances, laying a paper doily on her desk and setting a tiny vase of violets in the middle of it. "Let me see." She arranged her lunch on the doily. "I have a thermos bottle with cream of tomato soup," she said, "and a lobster salad sandwich on thin slices of white bread. I have celery, carrot sticks, and black olives, and a little cardboard shaker of salt for the celery, and 2 plums and a tiny basket of cherries, and vanilla pudding with chocolate sprinkles, and a spoon to eat with it." "That's a good lunch," said Albert. "I think it's nice there are all different kinds of lunches and breakfasts and dinners and snacks. I think eating is nice." "So do I," said Frances, and she made the lobster salad sandwich, the celery, and the carrot sticks, and the olives come out even. The end. So the other question I said is, what did she end up doing differently? And we can see at the end she changed that she was trying new foods because she was tired of just bread and jam, which would get kind of tiring. All right, good job. So today we're going to take our test on Mole and Baby Bird. So we are going to be worrying a little bit, about our high frequency words. So we're going to have door, loved, should, and would are going to be part of our test in the beginning. Okay, the other thing that we're going to be concentrating on is our skills. And I have a lot of skills written here because we kind of did a lot today, or this week. So I'm going to kind of go over those. So we talked about that vowel, consonant, vowel. So both of these are vowel, consonant, vowels. But when it's a 2-syllable word and that consonant is with the second syllable, so tiger, that first vowel is going to be long. So it's going to say tiger. So it helps you to know where you're separating for that syllable. Okay, lemon, same thing, except for this time the consonant is with the beginning sound, lem, un. Okay, and when it's that way, we know that first vowel is going to be a short vowel. So lem, n. Okay, because that consonant is with the first syllable. Okay, we have our same examples that I did the other day. Okay, so we have tiger, baker, diner. We're going to have some of this in our test. And then lemon, melon, and cabin. So you got to really remember, is it the long I or the short I or short vowel? Okay, and then where does that letter, that consonant go? Okay, the other thing we talked about this week was pronouns. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit on pronouns with he, she, we, they, it, and you. And we're going to do that in our book. Okay, and then here we have that OU, which I don't think you can see the bottom of it. Sorry, I'm going to move my screen down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we have the OU that says ow, like in mouse, house, and ouch. We have the OW that says ow, like owl, town, and wow. Okay, and then we have the OW, and my words I had to write up here are snow, grow, and blow. So that's when that OW says O instead of ow. Okay, so those are going to be all cumulative in our test today as we go through. All right, so before we start our test, I would like us to do our books. We're going to practice that pronoun really quick. This is a really easy, quick page to go through, and then we'll go into our test today. Okay, so we'll just practice pronouns one more time. So this one, it says, mark the pronoun that can replace each underlined word or words. So I'm on page 536 in our books. Okay, so this one says, birds can fly. So he, it, or they. What would make sense in that sentence to replace birds? Well, I know it would be they. So I'm going to fill in C. Okay, number 2 says, a mole is an animal. So what would replace a mole? It, she, or you? Well, I know it's going to be it. So I'm going to fill in it for A. Okay. 3 says, Mole and I feed the birds. So this is 2 people that we have to put in for. So would it be it, we, or she? I know it would be we. So B. Okay. Number 4 says, Anne plays with the bird. So I need to replace Anne. So she, they, or we. So I know in that one it would be she because I'm only replacing one person and it's a girl. Okay, number 4 says, Rob makes a nest. So they, he, or it. Well, I need to replace Rob, and I know that that's a boy, and it's going to be he. Okay, so we just did that page together really quick, those 5 questions. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go into our test. So this is going to be on a device. So I'm going to kind of walk you through again. So remember, we're going to start. Sorry, I've got a really bad glare from my window. Let me close that really quick. Just a second. Sorry. I think that's going to help. There we go. I still have that little glare over there. There we go. I'll turn it this way. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get today. Sorry. All right, so remember, we're going to go to Skyway website. Okay, once we get to the Skyway website, we're going to go to useful links. Okay, once I'm at useful links, I want to go down to just general links, and I'm going to click on that one. When I click on that one, I need to go past all of the parent information for remote learning and go down to our Cheyenne Mountain logo. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that logo. Okay, I'm going to turn mine so I can put my password in. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and put your username in. So I'm going to put mine in. And then you're going to put your password in. And then hit log in. So once your password's in, remember, you're going to hit that bottom bar that says log in. So I'm going to click log in. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Okay, once I go into login, I want to go to the P. Pearson. Okay, I want to go to P. Pearson. Try and make this go back. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to make this so it's clearer for you to see. Boop. All right, so I'm going to go to Pearson, the P. All right, I can't do this upside down. Sorry. Click on Pearson. Then, remember, I'm going to come over here to Pearson Realize. So I'm going to come to that Pearson Realize. So let me find my mouse. Sorry. No clue where my mouse went. There it is. Okay, I'm going to click on Pearson Realize. All right, then, remember, I'm going to go into classes in the middle. So I'm going to go into classes. Keep losing my mouse. I'm going to click on classes. Now mine's going to look a little bit different than yours, but you're going to see week 2 test online. So week 2 test online, and this time there should only be one. Sorry, last time I kept changing the date, which made it go on, and then this time I figured out how to edit it. So sorry about that. Okay, so week test online, we're going to click on that. Then we have to click on week test online again. Okay, and then you guys are going to come to that page. You're going to come to this page. Sorry, I have to do an extra step in there. I forgot. So you're going to see week test online again. Click it again. Okay, then you're going to come up here to start. So now you should be ready to start your test. So I'm going to go ahead and read it to you just like I would if we were in class. Okay, so number 1, it says, click the circle next to the word that makes sense in the sentence. So it says, the back blank is red. Draw, door, or could. The back blank is red. Draw, door, or, I'm sorry, that was cold, not could. Okay, then remember we're going to hit that next button down here. Okay, so hit next, and it's going to take you to your next question. Okay, this one, it says, the family blank the cat loved, swim, or little. So the family blank the cat loved, swim, or little. Okay, hit the next button. Wrong button for me, sorry. Okay, next question says, you blank read every day. You blank read every day. What, should, or there? You blank read every day. What, should, or there? Okay, click next. This one says, blank comes from a tree. Like, wait, or would. So blank comes from a tree. Like, wait, or would. Okay, click your answer, and then you're going to hit the next button. All right, so this one, it says, blank, we see the new movie. Should, when, or going. Blank, we see the new movie. Should, when, or going. Okay, click next. All right, this is our phonics stuff. So this is going to go all back to that other stuff that we talked about with OU, OW, and then those vowel, consonant, vowels. Okay, so this one says, Kolya found his ball. Which word has the same sound as the OU in found? Shout, double, or would? So which one has that ow sound? Shout, double, or would? Then you're going to click next. Okay, she can count to 10. Which word has the same sound as the OU in count? Soul, hound, or court? Soul, hound, or court? So which one has that OU sound like in count? Okay, click next. The pilot wears a blue hat. So think about that. Pilot. Where would I break that up in syllables? So think about what we learned this week. Where is that L sound? If it says pie, we know that the ol is going to be in that second syllable. So where does it show pilot broken apart correctly? Okay, click next. This one says, the baby went to the park with mom. So which one has baby separated correctly? Baby separated correctly in syllables. Okay, click your answer and hit next. All right, it says, I like the taste of lemons. Oh, it's on my board. That's all right. Lemons. Where is lemons broken apart correctly? Lemons. All right, so we're going to click next. This will come to our comprehension. So I'm going to turn my computer so I can read it really quick. So this one says, a present for Dad. It says, Sam will make a picture book. It is a present for his father. First, Sam finds pictures that he likes. He has pictures of his mother and of his family. Next, Sam finds a small book. He puts each picture in the book. He tapes a picture to each page in the book. Then Sam draws a picture on the cover. He draws a picture of his father. Sam shows the book to his mother. She thinks his father will love it. What does Sam do now? He gives the book to his father. Okay, so now remember we have to scroll down, okay, so that we can get to the first question. So this one says, what is Sam making? A drawing for his sister, a cake for his mother, or a book of pictures for his father? So what is Sam making? A drawing for his sister, a cake for his mother, or a book of pictures for his father? Okay, click your answer and then hit next. Okay, So remember, we have to scroll down again for our question. So this one says, why is Sam making a picture book? To give to his father, to give to his mother, or to show his friends at school? So why is he making a picture book? To give to his father, to give to his mother, or to show his friends at school? Click your answer, and then we're going to hit that blue next button. Okay, scroll down again. Okay, it says, you can tell that Sam wants to please his mother, loves his father very much, or wants to do well in school. So based on the story, what was happening? What can we tell about Sam? That he wants to please his mother, he loves his father very much, or he wants to do well in school. Click your answer and then click next. Okay, scroll down again. Okay, it says, based on the story, Sam is very good at math, sports, or art. So what do you think he's really good at? Math, sports, or art? Okay, click next. This would be our last question. So we're going to click, scroll down. It says, you can tell that Sam's father will be hungry for supper, will come home late, or will love the picture book. So what do we think about, what can we tell about Sam's father? You can tell that Sam's father will be hungry for supper, will come home late, or will love the picture book. Okay, then you're going to click next. When you click next, you're going to see your status on all the questions. Now, all of mine are red and say not answered because I didn't answer any of them. But yours should all be black and say answered. If for some reason there's one that's not answered, just remember hit view question and you can go back in and answer that and then just scroll through the test again. Okay? But if everything is answered, so you've gone down and made sure all your answers are answered, you're going to hit that black submit test button. So you've got to hit submit test in order for me to get your score. Okay, so click submit test as soon as you're ready, and then you're done with your test. You can look and see how you did. It tells you right away how you did on your test today. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is look at our Scholastic News. So our Scholastic News says, welcome to Ireland. Okay, so it says, welcome to Ireland. So we have a story that we're going to read, and then you're going to do the back part of this for me. And then today, like I told you, I'm going to add a writing prompt today. Okay, that's just kind of fun. You guys don't have to turn it in today. If you want to take the weekend, if you want to turn it on Monday, I'm fine with that. Okay, but it says, welcome to Ireland. It says, have you heard of Ireland? Here you can see castles, rolling green hills, and sheep. But that's not all you can see. When you turn the page, 2 Irish kids will show you all around the quiet countryside and the busy cities of this faraway land. Okay, go ahead and open it up. So the big one, it says country life versus city life. It's kind of how we are, right? I live in the country, you guys live in the city. But it says, I'm Grace. I live in the countryside of Ireland. Let me tell you all about it. So it says, in the country, houses are far apart. It can take a long time to drive to my friends' houses. One of my friends has a roof made of straw. It says, there are so many sheep in the countryside. In fact, there are more sheep than people. Sometimes cars have to stop for them in the road. And on the bottom it says, out here, tall rocky cliffs rise up from the ocean. I love to look at the cliffs. I search for puffins. They lay their eggs right in the cliff wall. So you can see puffins are a type of a bird. Okay, but it's kind of showing you examples in those pictures. On the other side, it says, I'm Ryan. I live in the city of Ireland. Let me tell you all about it. So it says, in the city, buildings are close together. My friend's apartment is only a short walk away. Many families can live in one apartment building. There are so many cars in the city. It's hard to park on the busy streets, so a lot of people take buses. My favorites are the double-decker buses. So there's double-decker, they're 2 stories high, which is kind of crazy. Okay. Then it says, everyone likes to relax at the city parks. I sit in the park and watch the crowds go by. I always try to get a seat by the pond. That way I can watch the swans swim by with their fuzzy babies. Okay, so you're looking at the city stuff. Then on the back, you're going to go ahead and it says the country is also known as rural community. The city is also known as urban community. So I want you to read each riddle below and which kind of community does each child live in. So do they live in the rural community, which is like the country, or the urban community, which is like the city? So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your own, and you're going to turn that into me. Okay? So good job. I will be looking to see how you guys did on your tests. And I hope you guys have a good day. And if I don't see you again for math today, have a good weekend. But if you haven't watched math yet, then I'll see you during math, and then I'll tell you to have a good weekend again. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.